We begin with a disturbing development in the search for a young Vancouver woman in Los Angeles. Nearly 3 weeks after Elisa Lam went missing, a body has been found in a water tank on the roof of her hotel.
Today, we are talking about the case of Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old woman whose dead body was found in a water tank on the rooftop of the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles in 2013. This case was so strange that it shocked people all around the world. Elisa Lam was a student from Canada. In January 2013, she decided to take a short solo trip to California, hoping to relax and clear her mind. During her trip, she visited the San Diego Zoo and shared some of her photos on social media. On January 26, 2013, Elisa arrived in Los Angeles. 2 days later, she checked into the Cecil Hotel, which is located near Skid Row, an area known for poverty and homelessness. At first, Elisa was placed in a shared room on the hotel's 5th floor. But after just 2 days, her roommates complained about her strange and disturbing behavior. She had been leaving notes that said things like, "Go home" and "Go away," and even locked the door, asking for a password before letting them in. Because of this, the hotel staff moved her to a private room. Around the same time, Elisa also went to attend a live taping of the Conan O'Brien show in Burbank. However, her behavior there was also unusual, and security ended up escorting her out of the building. Elisa called her parents every day during her trip to let them know she was safe. But on January 31st, 2013, the day she was supposed to check out of the Cecil Hotel and head to Santa Cruz, her phone went silent. There were no calls, no messages, nothing at all. This was very unusual for Elisa, and her parents immediately knew something was wrong. Worried and scared, they contacted the Los Angeles Police Department right away. Without wasting any time, they booked a flight and flew straight to Los Angeles, desperate to find their daughter. That's when the search for Elisa truly began. Police searched the hotel extensively, including her room and common areas. They used search dogs that even checked the rooftop but found nothing at the time. However, the dogs couldn't find any trace of her. A week after Elisa was last seen, on February 6, 2013, the Los Angeles Police Department held a press conference outside the Cecil Hotel with her family.
Yesterday, we were made aware of robbery homicide of a missing persons case, Elisa Lam. She was last seen on the 31st at the Cecil Hotel at 640 South Main Street.
They said her disappearance seemed suspicious, but they didn't have proof of a crime. They released her photo and details, asking the public for help. After that, missing posters went up all over the area and online. But still, Elisa's case didn't get that much media attention at first. On February 13, 2013, nearly 2 weeks after Elisa Lam went missing from the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Police Department released a 2.5-minute surveillance footage. The video, recorded on January 31st inside one of the hotel's elevators, showed Elisa behaving in a way that left everyone confused and unsettled. She stepped in and out of the elevator, pushed several buttons, almost all of them, peered nervously into the hallway as if someone was after her, and made strange hand movements. Strangely, the elevator doors stayed open the whole time she was inside. But when she finally walked away, they shut behind her. This clip quickly went viral online, and people began flooding the internet with wild theories. Some said she was being chased by a ghost. Others claimed she was playing the elevator game. Some viewers even believed the video had been edited, pointing out strange pauses, missing time, and a blurred timestamp. They wondered if someone had been removed from the footage to protect their identity. No matter the theory, one thing was clear. This strange, silent video from the Cecil Hotel had turned Elisa Lam's disappearance into a worldwide mystery. While people made many guesses online, the police and family kept searching for Elisa without giving up. As the days passed and there was still no sign of Elisa Lam, something strange started happening at the Cecil Hotel. Hotel guests began noticing that the water pressure was very low. Some said the water looked dark and had a weird taste. Because of these complaints, on the morning of February 19th, One of the hotel workers was sent to check the water tanks on the roof. The hotel used these large metal tanks to store water for the entire building, for the showers, sinks, toilets, and even the kitchen and coffee shop. The worker climbed up a ladder to look inside one of the tanks and found the body of Elisa Lam floating inside. She had been in the tank for about 3 weeks. Inside the tank was the naked body of Elisa Lam, floating face up in the water. Her clothes were also in the tank, floating next to her. They were the same clothes she had been wearing in the elevator video.
Yeah, I just spoke to the LAPD again, and her body has only just been removed, so it is early. What we do know, it's a woman in her 20s. This is what it looks like at the Cecil Hotel in LA. You can see officials surrounding a water tank. This morning, someone complained about the water pressure at the hotel. When a worker went to investigate, he found the body inside. 21-year-old Elisa Lam went missing on January 31st. She'd been staying at the Cecil.
Her watch and room key were there too. The police were called right away, and the fire department had to drain the entire tank just to get her body out. The tank was too small to pull her out through the top, so they had to cut a hole in the side to remove her. The hotel was immediately shut down, and guests were told to leave. 2 days later, on February 21st, the LA County coroner released the first report. They said that Elisa had drowned by accident. There were no signs of injury, no signs of a struggle, and no signs that anyone had hurt her. Her death was not considered a murder or a suicide. A few months later, the full autopsy report was released. It gave even more details. Elisa's body was found completely naked, and her clothes were covered in a sand-like material. Her body had started to decompose, and parts of her skin were falling off, which happens when someone has been in water for a long time. The toxicology report found that she had taken some of her medications for bipolar disorder and depression, but not all. This suggested she may have skipped doses, which could cause confusion or hallucinations. No illegal drugs were found, just ibuprofen, cold medicine, and a small amount of alcohol. The discovery shocked everyone, but the questions about how and why only deepened after the autopsy. Even with all this information, people still had a lot of questions. How did she get to the roof? How did she open the water tank lid by herself? And why did she act so strange in that elevator video? These unanswered questions are what kept the case alive on the internet and made it one of the most mysterious and talked about cases in recent history. The investigation explained how Elisa Lam died, but it didn't clearly show how she got into the water tank. The hotel's roof was hard to access. The doors and stairs were locked, and only staff had the keys or passcodes. Forcing them open would have set off an alarm. However, Elisa might have reached the roof using the fire escape. Her scent was last found near a window that led to it. A video uploaded after her death showed that the roof could be reached through the fire escape and that 2 of the water tank lids were open. People also wondered if Elisa could have entered the tank by herself. The tanks were large and stood on concrete blocks. There was no ladder or direct way to climb in, so hotel workers used a ladder to check the water. The heavy lids were difficult to close from inside, but the worker who found Elisa's body said the lid was already open, so she didn't have to close it herself. Police dogs searched the hotel, including the roof, right after Elisa went missing, but they found nothing. Some people think Elisa was under the influence of illegal drugs, even though toxicology tests didn't find any. They say the drugs might have broken down while her body was in the tank, or that she took rare substances not detected in standard tests. Her prescription drug levels were very low, and her pill bottles still had many pills left. This may mean she wasn't taking her medicine for bipolar disorder properly, which could have caused a psychotic episode. The autopsy also raised questions. Investigators did perform a rape kit and fingernail analysis, both showing no evidence of assault or struggle. There was some blood pooling in her anal area, which some believed was a sign of sexual abuse. But one pathologist said it could have happened naturally as her body decomposed, and her rectum was prolapsed. Even the coroner wasn't fully sure if her death was accidental. After Elisa's body was found in February 2013, and the official reports were released later that year, Her parents filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Cecil Hotel on September 20th, 2013. They claimed the hotel had failed to secure the building properly and that Elisa should not have been able to access the rooftop or water tanks. According to them, the hotel should have had better safety measures in place to protect guests, especially vulnerable individuals.
Not far, it's in a downtown, so it's close to the city, and the price was quite good for us.
This lawsuit also shed light on the hotel's disturbing past, which only added to the eerie atmosphere surrounding the case. The lawsuit brought renewed attention to the hotel's disturbing past. Over the years, the Cecil had become known for suicides, murders, and mysterious deaths. Notably, serial killers Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Jack Unterweger both stayed there during their killing sprees. Because of this, the hotel gained a creepy reputation for being haunted, and it was the subject of ghost stories and conspiracy theories long before Elisa ever checked in. However, the lawsuit was dismissed in 2015. The court ruled that there was no clear way the hotel staff could have predicted Elisa's behavior or prevented what happened. Still, this legal battle showed how deeply the case had affected Elisa's family and how many questions still remained unanswered. After her death, Elisa's Tumblr blog kept posting new updates. This may have happened because of the queue feature, which lets posts go up automatically. Lam's phone, wallet, and medications were recovered from her room. It's also unclear if this had anything to do with her death. Elisa Lam's story is a haunting mystery that still puzzles people around the world. If you found this case as fascinating as I did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more true crime stories. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts or theories about Elisa's case in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think.